So loads of you guys have been asking me how to grow your YouTube channel in 2022, and in this video I thought that it would be good if I went through and told you everything that I know and everything that helped me last year and the year before and everything that I think is going to help me this year and the tips that I found the most useful. So if you do enjoy, make sure you drop a like and also subscribe, but let's get straight into it. So this video isn't really a video that's funny or anything, it's more of like a, a tutorial, and this isn't just for Roblox. You can use it for most games, to be honest, more games than like vlogging or something, but you can use it for a lot of different things because it's the same kind of techniques for all games. Okay, so the first one is probably the most important. That is stay consistent. You need to set a schedule that you can upload on, that you can be happy with, because if you have a schedule then your viewers will be able to keep up. And say for me, I upload on Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays and Saturdays, and I have a stream on Sunday, and people know that I have a stream on Sunday. People know that I don't upload on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and they know that I upload on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays and Saturdays. That's just my schedule. And for some of you, you might be able to upload every single day and stream some days as well, and for others of you, you might not be able to upload as much, and you might only be able to upload once or twice, maybe 3 times a week, or if your videos are really advanced, then not even that. But honestly, just making sure you stay consistent so your viewers know when you're going to upload, because then they will watch when you do upload. And also urge people during the video obviously to subscribe. Don't just beg them, subscribe, do this, do that, like the video, share it with your friends. Obviously say that, but don't say it multiple times throughout the video because it will get very repetitive and people won't subscribe as much. So just stay consistent and make sure you're telling people to subscribe, and also set things like goals as well, because the more likes a video has, the more it gets shared and more impressions it gets, and on YouTube, impressions are really what get you the views and the new subscribers, which is what I'm sure you're watching this video for. And the next one is fairly simple. Have good videos, like good thumbnails and good editing, and also make sure your video ideas themselves are really interesting. At the end of the day, that is what people are gonna subscribe for, and the thumbnails and kind of the title and stuff are the most important, because the thumbnail, I don't know about you, but when I'm scrolling through my YouTube homepage, I don't really look too much at the actual video itself. I just look at the thumbnail and the title, and if it's like, oh, that's quite interesting, then I check it out and I click on it and stuff. And then once you've got that person's attention, once they've clicked on your video, you need to make sure you keep them engaged. So you need to make sure that, for example, at the start of your video, you're kind of like giving a hint to what happens later on in the video, because it keeps up your watch time. And again, the more watch time a video has and the longer average view duration it does have, the more people it gets shared to again on impressions. So very important to do that. I recently hired new thumbnail designers and a new editor as well, so that obviously I can improve my channel this year and hopefully reach 100k, which is my goal. So yeah, just make sure you have good video thumbnails and good video editing. It's fairly simple. And then the third one is research. So this one might seem a little bit confusing, but the YouTube search engine optimization, or SEO, is a very advanced, complex, and it takes quite a lot to get your head around it. But if you do get your head around it, it can really help you. Now I know I'm not the biggest channel on the platform. I only have about 50,000-60,000 subscribers, and there are hundreds, thousands of channels, maybe even tens of thousands of channels that have more subscribers than me. But you need to make sure you understand how the SEO works briefly. So the SEO is things like tags on your videos, things like titles, things like your description, including keywords in your description and in your title as well. So for me, for example, you can see on screen, I use ERLC in a lot of my videos, and then at the end I always do emergency response Liberty County, because that is the game I play for most of my videos. And for ones where I just do normal Roblox, as you can see as well, I just put brackets Roblox in the title as well, because that's a key word. If someone searches up Roblox, then it has a chance of showing up. Obviously there are videos with millions and millions of views that will show up before, but say if they search up the specific thing before that and then Roblox, then my video is a lot more likely to come up. And things like tags as well, they're the most important really, as well as your titles and descriptions as well. They are very important, but tags are kind of what help your video kind of be showcased to people when they search it up. So make sure you do some research into the YouTube SEO, and obviously you'll be all good there. The fourth one is really quick, but only do it if you want to do it. I see a lot of people doing it because they just think, oh my god, I want to be famous. That's cool. And don't do that. Only do it if you genuinely have a passion for making videos. And if you don't have a passion for making videos, I really hate to say it, but please don't do it. please don't do it, because you will waste your time. If you don't have a passion for recording videos, you don't have a passion for editing videos, or even making thumbnails, because you can't just go in hiring people to edit your videos and your thumbnails like when you have hundreds of subscribers, because you won't have the money to do it. It won't be, you know, sufficient to continue. So please just make sure you actually want to do it. And again, as harsh as it sounds, if you don't want to do it, please don't do it. You will waste your time and you will end up giving up. That links back to the consistency. If you don't want to do it, you aren't going to spend time each week, maybe even each day, making sure you have videos out, because if you don't want to do it, then obviously you don't want to do it and you're not going to do it. And that kind of leads me on to the fifth one as well. Please don't do it for the money. Obviously, as you grow on YouTube, you do start earning money from it, and that is a very, very good thing. That is a huge benefit, and that's how people make it their job, to entertain people and, you know, to help people out, like with tutorials or whatever. But if you're, you know, you're kind of my age, 14, 15, 16, you don't quite have a job yet, maybe even younger, you know, 11, 12, 13, 10, whatever your age is, and you don't have a job yet, and you want some money, you want to buy a new PC or whatever, then don't go to YouTube just to do it. Obviously, if you have all of the things combined, like you actually want to do it and you genuinely want to do it, then it is something you can definitely make money from. You know, I've made money from YouTube over the last year or so, and it's very, very nice. It's very, very nice to make money from something you want to do, and for me, especially at a young age, it's amazing as well. But obviously, please just don't do it for the money, because again, it won't work. If you don't actually enjoy doing it and you're just doing it for the money, it will not work, and it won't get any better either. I know a lot of people who have said to me, well, I don't really want to do it, but you know, when I start making money, I want to do it loads because I'm making money. That's not how it works, unfortunately. If that is how it works, everyone would do it. Surely everyone would be a YouTuber, everyone would have millions of subs, and everyone would be making, you know, millions of dollars or pounds or whatever from YouTube. And that's not how it works, unfortunately. So please just don't do it for the money. And there are a lot of other things, obviously, you know, making sure that you're trying to include other people in your videos as well. You're engaging with your audience, making sure that you have, for example, a Discord server, somewhere where your fans can go and can communicate and can contact you. But also make sure that you're reaching out to other creators to see if they want to do a video with you. Because obviously, for example, I recently did a video with Ruffles, and surprisingly that video didn't do too well compared to my channel. I mean, it still did amazing, or like 7,000-8,000 views, which is very, very good. But, you know, compared to my channel, other videos that have got, you know, hundreds of thousands of views or tens of thousands of views, that's not great. However, if you include other YouTubers in your title, then you can add them in the description, you can add them in the tags, and then when people search for those YouTubers as well, you have a chance of coming up. And it's the same if you do the same game, you have a chance of coming up. And talking about the same game, for Roblox specifically, try and do the same thing to start off with. Like for me, I've done ERLC basically since I had like 0 subscribers. For the first kind of few hundred / first few thousand subscribers, I was figuring out what my channel was best at. I went on Roblox, whatever game I was feeling, I would play, because YouTube takes a long time. I would play it, I would record a video, I would upload it, and it turns out for me that one day I recorded a video on ERLC and it did very, very well, and from that video that does well, you work from it. So for example, my best video when I started was a President Escort in ERLC, or Emergency Response Liberty County, and I saw that did really, really well. So what I went and did a part 2, another President Escort, and then from there I started to advance into other things like tutorials for ERLC, and then another President Escort. So for the start, definitely make sure that you just stick to one game, and then from there, when you get 50 to 100k subs, maybe more than that if your game is really, really popular, start to expand into different things. You may have seen now that I've started to expand into a lot more general Roblox videos, and to promote my other social medias as well, I've started doing videos where, you know, TikTok did this, or I did this on TikTok for Roblox, something like that, because obviously that's expanding further out into Roblox for me, but also elsewhere onto TikTok. And in that video, that's a perfect place to advertise my TikTok, another platform where you can grow and where you can expand. And honestly, YouTube just takes a long time, and it's not something that will happen overnight. It takes many, many years. There is not really one creator that hasn't been really interested in YouTube. If you put aside kind of Dream and Tommy in it and things, all of the YouTubers that have 20 million, 30 million subscribers have been doing it for years, you know, 5, 10 years. Dan TDM has been doing it for well over 10 years now. He's you know, done really well. And same with a lot of other YouTubers. Now, don't get me wrong, you can be really intelligent and do something that no one else has really done before, like Dream, for example. He managed to get 20 million in only like 2 or 3 years, but that's still 2 or 3 years. You have to remember that. It's not going to happen overnight. That's still like, what, over 1,000 days. 1,000 days. So please, just make sure that you're willing to put in the time, and you also need to make sacrifices as well. You know, if you are going to do daily uploads, and say that day your friend asks you to go out or something, you know, and play outside on your bikes or whatever, I don't know, then sometimes, obviously, don't just isolate yourself to do YouTube, but sometimes, say if you have a very good video scheduled that you want to record with loads of other people or something, then sometimes you'll have to put aside things like that to focus on YouTube to help your channel in the future. And really, it's just about, you know, if you really want to do it or not, and not doing it for the money. So I really hope these tips helped you. To be honest, I think they were very helpful. I hope you learned something from this, at least out of all of the different things we've gone through, like the 5, 6-ish different things, and then the few at the end that we just kind of added on. I really hope it did help you. If it did, please do drop a like and subscribe, and share it with your friends as well. And some of the other videos that I've seen similar to this definitely aren't as good and don't show the same things that I talked about in this video. So please share it to someone, share it to your friends, you know, people who you think could benefit from this, small YouTubers, and I hope you use them for yourself as well. But thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye.